Hello and welcome to a surprise pop-up chat. If you haven't already, do make sure that you hit that notification bell wherever you can see it, so that you know whenever you're notified, hopefully by YouTube, whenever I do one of these live pop-up chats. Now, of course, you are joining me in my living room from a kind of different part. This is my actual chair, which I actually sit in to watch TV. It's just a quick pop-up chat. I've got my tea in my Laird of Dunan's Castle mug. Yes, I am back on the tea. I am feeling much better. My earache from Saturday has now gone, so I am very, very happy. We have 39 people watching already. I am actually going to get the chat room up on my laptop so that I can see you all. And of course, the title of this video, what this video is about rumours and about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Because obviously there is so much fake news out there. And I just wanted to make a video about this. Jamie's saying Laird, and Cindy is taking a break from painting. Wow, you can paint, that's amazing. I can't paint at all. And of course I'm wearing, why not wear a tiara? So I'm wearing the Cambridge Lovers Knot tiara, look. See? Right, so I can see you all in the chat room now, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I could see you all. So I will pop out the chat and put it on live. There we go. Okay, we're fine. So, obviously we had the remembrance service, and this is the one outside the Cenotaph, which is our big national war monument in London. And traditionally the Queen lays a wreath, but for the past 2 years Prince Charles has done that on behalf of the Queen. And the Queen has gone in the balcony with the other royal ladies. So this year we had the Queen, we had Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, and we had Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, in one balcony. And we had Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and the President of Germany's wife on the other balcony. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, do you know what? I can spy some fake news coming. I thought, as soon as lots of these horrible fake channels see this, they will jump on it and they will say Meghan's been banished or the Queen is displeased with her, and it fits in with the story from last week about Meghan getting told off by the Queen for choosing the emerald tiara, which of course was complete fake news. So I thought, yes, this plays into their hands completely. So in the community section of my channel, I preempted all the nastiness and I posted the truth, and that is simply that actually Meghan was being given a really, really big responsibility and duty, and actually it was a real honour for Meghan to be the companion of the President of Germany's wife. That was actually a huge, huge, huge honour for Meghan. It was a mark of respect that the Queen actually trusted her to do it. So it was happy news, and I was just frustrated that, you know, quite a few people instantly jumped on the negative bandwagon. And I seem to know that since then some channels have changed their tune a little bit. Maybe it was because of my message on the community post, I don't know. But yes, I'm really, really pleased that lots of people are fighting all of this fakery and this fake news. Another reason which kind of fits as well is that obviously in the one balcony there is what is going to be eventually, once the line of succession is followed, 3 queens. And the balconies are also quite small as well, so to have everyone cramped on one balcony just wouldn't work. But basically Meghan was given a huge, huge, huge honour. So yes, props to Meghan. And I'm just going to mist a little bit with my rose mist spray. Does it give me a dewy glow like it says? Okay, I'm going to read some comments, because kind of like over to you guys. Jamie says, Her Majesty should try this hairstyle with her tiara. I think she should too. I think it's rather fetching, don't you think? Arva42 says, I love the tiara. Thank you so, so much. Maria says, you're amazing. Thank you. Cindy says, you look great even when you are coughing and sneezing. I really don't. I really, really don't. Angel says, I'm late. Don't worry. You can always watch on catch up. Leslie says, there is an order of things. Duchess of Sussex is given an honour of accompanying the wife of the German president. She was indeed. And yeah, she did a really good job. And I loved the fashion as well. And I actually really loved Catherine's kind of military look. And Diana once actually kind of went like for a military type look. I think it was the cream with the gold, and she had like a hat, a creamish hat on as well, and it looked fantastic. And I really like the military look on Catherine. Let me know what you think. Karen says, love the opera glasses. Yes, they are perfect for spotting lots and lots of fake news. I can see it coming a mile off with these opera glasses. Rhonda's loving the tiara, thank you. Leslie says, trouble is, they know nothing about British history. That is terribly true. Or the monarchy, indeed. Eliza Rose says, oh Elliot, all this fake news just makes me sick. That particular piece that I knew they were going to say, and they did, inevitably, I had to just get in there really, really quick. Rachel says, the tiara looks so good on you. Thank you so much. I'd like to try the real one. Prestigious says, there are too many fake and hateful trash channels out there, but people keep feeding them. If you see something that really doesn't look real, just don't watch it, otherwise it literally feeds them. Rowan says, thank you for getting ahead of the fake news. You are more than welcome. Elaine says, I thought Meghan looked very self-conscious and maybe why there is this rumour. I hope it explains things. Well, it is a very, very solemn occasion, and sometimes you can't do right for doing wrong. I know Camilla has been criticised over the past day for laughing when she was attending one of these events, and you cannot be completely po-faced the entire time. And in fact, actually, I think the moment she was laughing was when she was greeting and speaking to the president of Germany, I think it was, and his wife. I think that was the moment. So maybe she was just sharing a little bit of humour. You know, sometimes at these really dark occasions that you are commemorating, a little bit of light-hearted humour can get you through. So yes, it can be a bit tricky, and if Meghan was looking nervous, maybe she was worried about getting something wrong. You know, because these things are obviously picked up on and exacerbated if you even so much as smile, probably. And of course, a photograph of you smiling, it might just be just a moment, just a little quick smile, but in a photo, it maybe looks like you're grinning or whatever. So yes, maybe she was a little bit nervous, and she had to remember the words to lots of songs as well, and not get the national anthem mixed up with the American version, because I know they're very, very similar in tune. Thomas says, oh, I've just missed your comment. Where's it gone? Oh, Thomas says, keep up the good work. Love the royal family. You are welcome. Janice says, we are hearing that 3 aides have quit working for their Royal Highnesses due to Meghan. I've only heard of one, and that one, we don't know whether it was just literally a temporary appointment to begin with anyway. But I haven't heard of 2 others. Cindy says, I hate the fake news. I want the truth. So do I. Kimberly says, another thing that is worrying is the death threats and racism that Meghan is receiving on the Kensington Palace Instagram and Twitter. It's really worrying. I haven't seen any. To be honest, when I'm looking at certain things, I don't always read the comments. So, yes, if indeed that is true, then it is indeed worrying. But I am sure that the right people will be alerted to it, because obviously the Kensington Palace staff will be reviewing the comments on their Instagram and all of their social media. So if there is anything that they are concerned about, I am sure they will forward that to the correct people to deal with it. Old Sexy says, thank you for giving us the truth. Duchess Meghan does her duties with pride. Thanks for clearing that fiasco. You are more than welcome. Claudia says, I enjoy listening to you. I enjoy talking to you. Rhonda says, I saw a video today where a reporter says she just wrote Meghan was 4 months pregnant and everyone ran with it. She had no proof, she just made it up. Yes, I've said that time and time again. Literally, it's almost like one outlet says one story, whether it's true or not. It could be as outrageous as you like, and then literally everyone just goes with it, including the big name papers and online media. Do they not use their head? Do they not use their eyes? Sometimes it's just so ludicrous. You know, can they just not see? It's terrible. It really is. The state we're in fact, it's gotten worse over the past year. It really, really has. Elaine says, we love Meghan. Ideal with Harry. Yes, they do make a really lovely couple. Vicky P says, I just feel bad. Hang on, where's it gone? I just feel so bad. They are always stirring up trouble. Meghan is tough and will not be fazed. It's more stressful for us fans. Yes, I agree. Okay. Annette says, the German president's wife did not look very inviting and she walked up the stairs with a sidestep. Maybe she was in pain. And maybe that's why Meghan didn't look at all happy. I think it was a great, great honour. And, you know, to be with someone that you don't know, that's effectively a stranger, and make lots of small talk with them after the event and before the event is quite difficult. And, you know, whilst you're still kind of learning the job, that will have been a big thing for Meghan, and maybe that's why, you know, maybe she looked a little bit anxious or nervous. But I think she did a good job. Thurston says, there were aides that quit upon Harry's engagement. I think some staff that had been placed were temporary until they had found more permanent members of staff. Cindy says, what's the scoop on these two events? William and Harry splitting? Well, I talked about that in my live chat, and basically, they're not splitting. The households are not splitting. It doesn't make any financial or practical sense to do so. But yes, you are right. Once William does become the Prince of Wales, if indeed that is conferred upon him, then he will have his own household and staff for that, because it is a bigger operation. But until then, there's no practical or financial reason to make that change. Denise says, I don't think Meghan looked nervous, just reverent, as was appropriate. Yeah, I mean, people can read different ways into how people are projecting themselves in terms of looks or body language. But yeah, I think Meghan did a good job. Michael D says, Elliot, I love your channel. You may have addressed this. I was curious to know if you will do more weekly vlogs. I'm filming one right now. I started today. As you know, I've not been terribly well. Then I had earache. But I have started my weekly vlog today. I have no idea how long it's going to be over the week, but I have started filming today. The Jay's Tia says, on the balcony, I thought Meghan looked emotional. Maybe the gravity of the reason for the event was affecting her. Quite possibly. I mean, it is a very moving and very big event. All the eyes of the world are on you. Jamie says, my country 'tis of thee, the American version. Yes, that was what I was looking for. Maybe she was kind of humming that to herself as well. Molly is frustrated with the negative comments. It is indeed. Let's have a look. I'm going to skip a few questions. Arnold says, the threats are true. You need to read them. I am going to go and have a look. I really am. Margaret says, I read somewhere that women often wear a poppy for each person they have lost in the military. Is this true? I haven't heard that. Can someone let me know if that is true? But the Queen was wearing 5. So has she lost 5 family members in the war? I don't think so. But let me know if that is true. Cheryl says, your channel is the best and is true. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Okay, I'm going to skip down all the way to the bottom of the comments. Let's have a look. Leslie says, does she need to do the whole time passed before citizenship? In Canada, people need to be here, I believe, 5 years. I think, hang on. My screen was saying low battery. I think there is a time period, and she will have to go through all the motions. I believe she may even have to take the citizenship test. So she'll be learning all about Britain. Although I'm sure she'll have all the bits about the monarchy down. I think she'll pass with flying colours. You know, she's university educated, so I'm sure a little British test won't faze her. But eventually she will go through the whole process and be British. Jamie says, the Queen's poppies are for all 5 branches of the forces. To be honest, I was thinking that. I didn't think it was about how many people you've lost. Bertie says, will Meghan and Harry's children get the title of Prince or Princess? No, not yet, unless the Queen changes it. But as soon as Charles is king, as the grandchildren of the monarch, they will be HRH and Prince and Princess. So in due course, they will be. Okay, and how are we doing for time? Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to come on and talk about. Unless there's any other burning comments while I'm here. And yes, Deborah, the memorial, all of the events were spectacular. And the Remembrance Festival as well. Just the music in it and the atmosphere was incredible. Do I think they'll do anything for Anti-Bullying Week? I would imagine they would do from Kensington Palace, yes. I haven't looked at the upcoming events for it. I'm sure there will be something kind of scheduled. But yes, it fits in very much with the royal foursome, with all the heads together and mental health. That definitely fits. So yes, I'm pretty positive there will be something. Oh, by the way, I did forget to say happy birthday to Lady Louise as well. It was her birthday. Lady Louise is entitled to be HRH, but Edward and Sophie chose not to give her the style which she is entitled to, which is HRH Princess Louise of Wessex. But that is her birthright, so when she is old enough, she could technically decide to take up that birthright herself, but who knows whether she will or not. What do I think about Prince Philip not attending? I was surprised. I have to say, you know, we were told that he would pick and choose what he wanted to attend, and I thought personally, being a naval man and an admiral, I thought that he would choose to attend. However, he didn't. So I was surprised, but I completely respect his decision. And if he felt that he didn't, for whatever reason, need to be there, then that was entirely up to him. He is retired, and that means that he can do what he wants. I think he was actually spotted out carriage driving. I'm sure he would have watched the service, however, on the TV, and he did send a wreath to be laid in his absence. But yes, I completely respect his decision, that he felt that that was the right thing to do for him. Let's have a look. Oh, Marilyn says, I haven't been on for a few weeks. There's a wonderful exhibit on the royal family here in Houston at the Museum of Fine Arts. Well, there you go, if ever you're in Houston. I'll be going this weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what it was all about. Jamie says, is the person who marries Louise a HRH? No. It doesn't work that way around with females. If you're a male and you marry a female, it doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. It should do, though. Cindy says, this is a wonderful break for me. My granddaughter just got back from London. She always calls me to ask what to order on the menu or what to see. Terry Turner says, I hope the Wessex children take up their HRHs when they are of age. It depends, I suppose, if they feel it will benefit them. If they're going to have a role within the royal family, then it would be good to take it up. If not, it may be more beneficial for them not to take it up. And I guess that will be the personal choice of them when they're old enough. Floss and Rog Payne says, absolutely wonderful festival and very touching. It was indeed. Wendy's going to the Houston event as well. Hello to Jay Leon, who says it's nice to see me. Charlotte says, if Eugenie and Jack have children, what will they be styled? Because their mother would be HRH. I don't believe they would have any titles, because Princess Anne's children don't have any titles either, unless, of course, the Queen wishes to grant them any. So I would imagine it would follow the same route that Princess Anne has, because it's still slightly unfair. If you're down the female line, it's not quite the same as being down the male line. It's not automatic. And I agree with Leslie. I don't think it's held Zara or Peter back. They are free to earn their own money. And I think it was revealed that Zara earns over £1 million a year in sponsorship deals. So it certainly hasn't held them back. Vicky P says, does the media go after the men that enter into the royal family? I haven't heard any negative press about Jack. No, but let's not forget that Catherine and Meghan are slightly higher profile. They're more up the line of succession. And of course, they married more prominent members of the royal family. But you are quite right. The men do not get the same level of scrutiny. It is unfair, and that is a cross to bear, I suppose. And it's all the fault of the media. Sonia says, but didn't Princess Anne choose not to accept titles for her children? She did, because the Queen, I believe, was going to offer to give them some titles, and Anne said, no, I don't want them to. But it wasn't automatic. It wasn't automatically their right, because Anne is of the female line, and it will be exactly the same for Eugenie's children. And I would imagine that because kind of Princess Anne may have set this precedent, and I don't think the Queen will offer to give them titles. I could be wrong, but I can't see it. I very much doubt that Harry and Meghan's children will have dual citizenship. They wouldn't need it anyway, to be perfectly honest. I don't think they'll be refused entry into the country if they need to visit. Chelsea says, do I think if Harry has only girls, they will change the inheritance law? That's an interesting one, and one that I can't possibly answer, because that hasn't occurred. I think with these things, they tend to they don't preempt them. They kind of wait until they've happened and then change things. So that would have to happen before it was addressed. And I honestly have no idea which way it would go, because it would be a matter of Parliament to decide. It would be the UK government, and they would have to have big debates and discussions about that. So I'm afraid that is a question I cannot answer until that situation arises and that happens. Jamie says, I want to scare Anne like Charles did in the documentary. That would be interesting. It would indeed. I also want to make lots of turkey noises like Charles made in the documentary. And yes, I loved the Charles documentary too. Simone says, will Meghan wear a tiara on Prince Charles's birthday? Depends if it's white tie, but I don't think so. I don't think it will be. But we will see little peeps of them when they arrive and depart in the cars. But we maybe also some photos from inside if they choose to release them. Jamie says, you can make turkey noises. Go ahead. In a tiara, that looks really weird. Okay, I am going to go now. Finish my tea. I've spoken about what I came on to speak about anyway. How long have we been going? 23 minutes, wow. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media and hit that bell so that you know whenever I pop up like this. So from me, in Shropshire, goodbye.